We have high degree, and here we're going to try to factor and solve the corresponding equation which equals to 0. So at first we can factor out x squared, and it gives us x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. Now we can factor this bracket, and we can use -7 and +3. So if we multiply those two numbers, we get -21, and if we add up them, we get -4. So now we get that x equals 0. If we set x -7 equals 0, we get that x equals 7. And here we get that x equals -3. And we put open circles because in original inequality we have is strictly greater than 0. So if we substitute any of these values, we get that our expression equals exactly 0, and 0 cannot be greater than 0. So now we have 4 intervals, and we're going to pick a number from each of the interval and test it on our inequality. So here we get x, we're going to use x equals -10. Here it's x equals -1, then x equals 1, and then x equals 10. So we're going to rewrite our inequality, which is x squared times x minus 7 times x plus 3 is strictly greater than 0. And we can rid off of x squared term, as it will not change the sign because it's always positive. So it's going to make easier to calculate our inequality. So at first we're going to use x equals -10, and we substitute it here and get -10 minus 7 times -10 plus 3. Is it greater than 0? So here we get negative number times negative number, and it gives us positive number which is greater than 0. So all numbers which are less than -3 will satisfy our inequality. Now we're going to check x equals -1. So that's going to be -1 minus 7 times -1 plus 3. Is it greater than 0? So that's going to be negative times positive, and it gives us negative, so it's not greater than 0. So all numbers from -3 to 0 will not satisfy the solution. Now we substitute next number, which is x equals 1, and we get 1 minus 7 times 1 plus 3. So that's going to be negative number times positive number, and it's not greater than 0 because it gives us negative number. And now we're going to check the last x, so that's x equals 10. That's going to be 10 minus 7 times 10 plus 3, and it gives us positive number times positive number, so it is greater than 0. So all numbers which are greater than 7 will satisfy our solution. So solution set will be from -infinity to -3. Then we put union sign, and it's going to be from 7 to infinity. And we use parentheses because we're not including these values.